right page. I forgot to look. Woo. Come on in, everybody. I think we're on the with the Bickhams. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. We're going to cook a couple of meals today. Got the family and them. I told them they can just still talk, y'all. They having conversations with Sunday right here in the kitchen. So I got one little chicken breast boiling because I needed some chicken for the, we're going to be cooking a homemade, well I say homemade, we're going to be using free pie crust, but we're going to be doing a chicken pot pie, a little different, and we're going to be doing some spinach artichoke dip for some ball games. So, and y'all know I need some food. So I'm Craig with the Bickhams and Small Town Reshop. Thank y'all for coming to see my page. So let's get to it, y'all. All right, get you some community coffee. I got my community coffee bag back here in the background, y'all, so y'all can kind of see that. I'll get y'all turned a little bit here. All right, let me come down with the camera just a smidge. All right, so I'm gonna get the spinach going first, and y'all, I needed to cook this spinach. Y'all know spinach, it just don't last long, and it starts to, in our refrigerator, it starts to freeze. Right there. I don't know why it does, but it just starts to freeze. Hey, Sheila. So, hang on. I got to put a little butter. I got to melt a little butter. And I'm gonna put a little melted butter in, and we're going to wilt the spinach down. I'm going to heat the artichokes through. Melissa said she didn't want any onions in hers. We got some cream cheese, and some sour cream. And we'll be done mixing that up. I got to shred some cheese. I got 2 different cheeses to shred, and then we'll move on to the next one. Get that to be heating up. That's about a half a stick of melted butter. I'm just gonna leave that out. You never know, I might need some more melted butter soon, I don't know. We're gonna put a bunch of spinach because it takes a bunch of spinach to do this unless you're using, you buy the frozen spinach in a box that big, and that spinach is a lot in that little box because it's wilted down. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all too sweet to us. So I'm probably going to go ahead and wilt all this down. I might not use it all. I'll take out what I don't need, but it needs to be cooked. So we're going to cook it. She's right there. She's in there. Her and the kids were talking. She's right there. But I'm using this whole container, y'all, because if I don't, and get me some out just to eat or something, it'll go bad. It'll go bad. I haven't been eating my spinach like I used to. So I just don't want it to waste. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And I just ripped these things open, y'all. And I put them in the trash, just like this, so I can still put stuff inside of it in the trash. That's just what I do. Instead of it just taking up too much room, So we're gonna let this go a little bit with the butter and a little bit with the olive oil. So just put some EBO on there. You can use some avocado oil if you have it. We're going to put a little bit of seasoning, not much. Just a little bit of my seasoning. Now, she doesn't want hers like hot, so we're not going to be putting any, or if I put any red pepper flakes and stuff in it, y'all, I might put a little bit. So we're just going to sprinkle on some seasoning, and we're going to get to wilting down. So we'll let that wilt down, and then we'll start putting things together. All right, so it said, I think the recipe normally says like a 14-ounce can of artichoke hearts, but that's a 12-ounce jar that I poured in here. And this is going to be a hot dip, so, and when I say hot dip, I mean cooked. So if you want to take and chop these up into like little bitty pieces with a knife, you can. But I'm not really worried about it being too small. I just want them to kind of fall apart a little bit. Ooh, scratchy. Just where we got a little bit of artichoke running through the the spinach. That's wilted down enough. The artichoke hearts just need to be just kind of heated. All right, so we got our little handy dandy cheese grater that we're just gonna lock to the countertop. Now we're gonna be grating up. I gotta get the cheese, so we're gonna do about 1.5 cups. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Is all I'm gonna do of the pepper jack cheese. I better put my glasses on before I cut a phalanges off. Ooh, that burner hot. I don't know. Look and see. Look and see. All right, so I'm just gonna break it. And we're gonna start eyeballing to see about how much we got, and I'm gonna be pulling it out as I go. Kinda, sorta. This thing works really good, y'all. Really, really, really good. It might not take but half. We'll see how much cheese. How much cheese do we need? Hey, Kim. So I'm just kind of eyeballing, seeing what we got here, making a mess. You know what? I'm just gonna shred it off. If I need it, I'll put it in the if I got too much, I'll put it in the pot pie. How about that? How about that, y'all? This is probably gonna make about 2 cups. Shred away, shred away. Nice, nice. And we're gonna go ahead and shred some parm. What? No. I hear the stove with the fan. All right, so this is just some fresh Parmesan. A piece of cheese real quick, y'all, hang on. So I'm just gonna slice me a piece off without making a big mess. One thing about Parmesan, it's hard. I mean, it's like really hard. Now all we need is 1/2 cup of Parmesan. So that's probably 1/2, but I like eating it anyway. I just got it over a plate, y'all. And this is the Guidale cheese grater. I'm telling y'all, if y'all not buying your Parmesan on the block and doing it yourself, I still use the little Kraft stinky cheese for like spaghetti and stuff, but it's so much better like this.
So you're recording with this one and
that one's live. That one's recorded. Sure is. One for one channel and one for the other. All right, so we got our cheese for now. So I'm just gonna put the handle back on and we'll move it out the way. Unlock it, take it off the counter. All right, so we got plenty of cheese. I can even use some of this cheese for the other recipe. So that's good. Good for that. All right, so we're gonna start mixing our cream cheese, our Parmesan. So it calls for 1.5 cups. We're gonna call that good. I'm gonna drop one. Then it calls for 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese. That might be a little more. And all of our artichoke. Now I'm gonna leave this little bit of juice in there. Not a whole lot. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it to the side, and I'm just gonna get some of the juice out. Does that make sense? I'm not squeezing it because I'm not making since this is gonna be a hot dip, I'm not doing it like the spinach dip that you make, the Knorr or Knorr. Is it Knorr? I think it's Knorr. All right, so once we get everything in there, I'm gonna see if I can do it with this this big spoon. I don't know if I can. And I will eyeball it to see if we got enough cream cheese, sour cream, to get the consistency that we want. Now you don't have to use the the pepper jack cheese. You can use mozzarella, which is what most of them call for. And this has got just a little bit of seasoning. You're gonna get a little salt with that butter. I am gonna put a little bit of black pepper because my little mixture didn't have a lot. This is so let me put some black pepper. This is a hot spinach artichoke dip. Ooh. Pepper got me, y'all. Oh. Lord have mercy. All right, so once you get that good mixed up, them little chunks, they'll melt down. They don't have any it doesn't have like any real big chunks in there. And it's a good consistency. I may put like a sprinkle of cheese on top, but I don't know, I might not. We'll see. And we're gonna spray it. So we're gonna spray the pan. You can do this in a cast iron dish if you want to. I'm just gonna do it in a little baking dish. Just a little lightly sprayed baking dish. There's a piece of cheese. And we're just going to put it all in the baking dish. Now this makes for a good little starter, or if you're sitting around watching the ball game. But if it's like for Thanksgiving, y'all, people gonna grab this. You set out some whatever kind of chips or crackers that you want to serve with this. It's gonna get nice and bubbly. Right, that's gotta go to sink. Oh please, oh please. Go to sink, go to sink. I need my bowl again anyway. Just got it rinsed out because I'm gonna need it again. I need the bowl again, y'all. Alright, so this could have probably fit in like a 9x9. If you wanted to add anything else in here, by all means, add it. I think we've ate it before. Some people, I think, put, what's them little nut things? Them little water chestnuts. I'll break your glass. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of this cheese. Ugh. Put that in there. I got a little bit of pepper jack left, and I got plenty of Parmesan. I'm just going to sprinkle some on top. Not a whole lot, y'all, because that Parmesan will get stiff. I'm trying to get mostly the softer cheese that's over here on the edge. And we're going to bake this until it's nice and bubbly and brown. If you wanted to sprinkle something on it because you want some color, you want to sprinkle on some paprika or something, you can. Hey Charlotte, all right, so spinach artichoke dip going in the oven. I got it preheated 400 degrees. I do have it on the speed bake. I don't know how long it's going to take. Probably about 30 minutes, I think, until it gets bubbly, golden brown. So it's going in first. Okay, so that's in there first. Moving on to number 2. My wife doesn't eat peas. Since my wife don't eat peas, we're going to do... Now, I did cook this, y'all. Get my scissors again. I took a bag of... And these scissors really are crappy. Another pair of scissors that needs to be thrown in the garbage. Sure. Junk. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this is just some California blend. I think that's what they call them. This came from Aldi's, I think. I think this came from Aldi's. Just dumping them in there. Dump them in there. Got a couple of pieces. Like so. Now you can just use a bag of peas and carrots, and I like peas too, but she don't. She don't like no peas, so she ain't get no peas. This one's gonna be different. It's gonna be different than a normal, just throw together chicken pot pie. All right. So this is a Instead of just doing just cream of chicken that everybody uses, this is the cream of chicken with herbs. So we're gonna be trying to make this I wanted it, if it's gonna be a bigger pot pie, when I cut the pot pie, I don't want it running everywhere. If I want a pot pie running if it's a little small one. If it's just a little individual one, like them little Marie Callender or whatever they are. So we're gonna try to make this one and make it hold together. We're gonna make it bind together. So we're gonna take this half, put it in a bowl, get off. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this one in half. So it's gonna take a stick. But since I had in this knife, oh Lord. So we're gonna take a stick. Stick of cream cheese. Their glue machines got really good, y'all. Like really good. Holy moly. Give up. Beats all I ever seen, y'all. Their little machine that glues their things together, sometimes they ain't working, sometimes they are. Alright, hang on. In the microwave. 30 seconds at a time till it gets like we want. We can go ahead and add in, we got the herby seasoning. This we're gonna keep simple. Same thing, black pepper, don't overdo it. Just put you some black pepper in. We're gonna do my little mixture of my garlic, onion, salt, and it's got a little black pepper in it. It ain't got much, you can't see it much. Just don't overdo it. Nice little sprinkle. So that's gonna be 45 seconds total. So it'll stir up. We're gonna take that taste level up to another level. We're gonna put about that much sour cream. We're gonna keep that same flavor profile going. Softened cream cheese. Where's my big spoon? I'm gonna use this one. This ain't had nothing but the same stuff on it, just about. So I'm just using that. And we're gonna mix in some cheese. I've got some Gouda cheese is what I'm gonna use. Not a whole lot. I'm not gonna use my Parmesan, y'all. The Parmesan's not gonna, we may put just a little bit since I've got it shredded. Look, it's still got some pepper jack under here. I'm not putting much of the Parmesan. Now I want this little bit of cheese that we're gonna do to help bind that thing together. That way when you cut a piece, it comes out as a piece of pie. Just don't overdo it with the cheese. Let me grab my Gouda. I'm only gonna do about that much. I'm so tired of that knife. Big knife. I'm gonna do about this much. About that much cheese, y'all. So about that much. I don't know how much this is. How much this is. Third of a block. Turn the plate around. Shred it up. I don't want to put so much cheese in it that it just like takes over the flavor of the pot pie. So we're through with cheese for now. We're gonna put a little bit. I don't really need much of this. I'm gonna put a little bit of broth. That's like using pasta water. You know. So that's just salt. That ain't gonna be no strong chicken broth, y'all, because that was one chicken breast. I'm gonna hold it with a knife. I know you might not should, and I'm gonna cut with a knife. So we're just gonna try to shred him up. That's good. So we got some big chunks. Get over there. Chicken in the pot. This might make two. So I may be freezing some of it if I can't get it all in the pie pan, y'all. Alright, so we're gonna leave the big chunks of chicken so everybody gonna get some chicken. We're gonna get this folded in together. Make sure we get all that cream cheese, sour cream, all them seasonings, everything good mixed up. The soup. But we're just gonna kind of fold everything. You ain't gotta overdo it, but you gotta be able to see your little black pepper, y'all. Not too much. Not too much. I think I want a little bit of color for some pretty greenery, and I need to use up this little bit of parsley. I ain't gonna use it all. I'm gonna put a little bit of dried parsley in there. Just a little for color. Just a little to make you look fancy. Fold again. Now remember, there's no peas in this. This is broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, and chicken, and cheese. All right, set that aside. All right, so we got I got these out to sit. These are just some Pillsbury, I think. Some Pillsbury pie crust. Yeah, it just gets too dry. I mean, you can cook it right. You cook it right and it don't get as dry, but all right, so these have been setting out. So just unroll it. I guess if I watched a video, I could go watch a YouTube video. All right, let's see how much of this we can get in here. Oh, we might get enough. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna get it all in there. We're gonna get it all in there, y'all. I ain't wasting none. Oh, please. Oh, please. I'll have to rinse that in a minute. Alright, so we're going to get that around the edges. It's probably going to overflow. I'm alright with that because I'm going to have it over a pan. You probably could have did 2 with this. But we're doing 1. We're doing 1. Oh, got it. Next pie crust. I'm not cooking Thanksgiving dinner nothing. I'm just cooking for y'all today. And this is just, you know, for us and anybody that's over here wants to eat. I've been feeding Granny and them across the road, but I think they're gone today. So Colby and Callie can come over and grab something. I am cooking for Thanksgiving, but we're going to Melissa's brother. All right, last pie shell, y'all. Mash it down. Hopefully it don't really bubble too much. We're going to do some nice little slits. So we're going to do some little, you know how they do them little, to make them look neat on the top. A little more. I'm going to do the little short slits in the middle. Just like that. So that's what we got. And it's going to be big too. It's going to be over another pan. I'm going to make sure. Now this is where I may melt some butter and I may baste it with some butter after it cooks a little bit to make that top get nice and buttery and crunchy. In the oven, about 45 minutes. Unless the speed bake speeds it up. I just got to make sure it stays over that pan. Ooh, that artichoke dip look good, y'all. In the preheated oven. And you're going to have a nice, different chicken pot pie that if people don't like peas and they like my wife, they can eat that because it's got California vegetables in it. So, I hope that y'all enjoyed this one. It's going to be good, y'all. It's going to be good. I'm going to eat me some cheese, drink my coffee, wait on everything to get ready. I better put a timer for my so about 18 minutes for my other stuff, my spinach. Let me show y'all that before y'all leave. Before y'all leave, let's take a look at the spinach dip. And y'all don't forget, make sure y'all invite somebody to my page. Now, the spinach dip ain't been in there long. Look at how that color's getting, y'all. The color getting all ready. That's gonna be some good dip, boy. Oh! All right, y'all. So we got everything in the oven. We've got the artichoke dip and the pot pie. So when it gets ready, we'll take a look at it, and it's gonna be super good, y'all. All right, y'all. Pot pie just came out. It's hot. The spinach artichoke dip has cooled down a little bit, y'all. I had a little extra cheese laid on the plate, so I just threw it on top. I just got a little bite, y'all, on a little chip. Just using a little chip. Just got a little bit of spinach dip and some cheese off of that top. Or put that on a cracker. Put that on a chip. So good, y'all. Spinach artichoke dip for the win. For the appetizers. When the pot pie gets cooled a little bit, we'll cut into that and we'll get us a piece of that pot pie and we'll check it out. Alright, y'all. So we got everything ready. Pot pie's ready. Cool enough to handle. We got the dip. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cut us a little piece of the pot pie. I hope it stuck together. It did leak out a little bit. Let's get it over here where it leaked out. See if we can get it from right here in the middle. And see how we got it to stay together good. Looks like the crust did well. Nice and flaky. Just like a pot pie is supposed to be. I'm just trying to make sure y'all know. I hope it don't fall apart, but it may. See if I can get up underneath it. Let's see. Nope, I didn't get the bottom, y'all. Darn it. So it fell apart on me. It smells really good though. It smells really good. I'm just digging out, making sure I get my crust at the bottom. Just like so. And we got the pot pie. And we got us a little bit of spinach dip that's spinning around everywhere. We're going to put a little spinach dip on the side there. And we'll get us some chips. So let's try this. Let's try this and let's see how the pot pie is, y'all. Let's check it out. Let's get a little bit of that crust. A little bit of that chicken. Super good, y'all. Pot pie for the win. Spinach artichoke dip. You can't go wrong, y'all. That's just a meal in itself right here. Good, y'all. Super good. I hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give these a try. Thank y'all for visiting my channel with the Bickhams. If you got any value out of this video, y'all, give us a thumbs up, give us a share. Make sure you subscribe to the With the Bickhams channel, and y'all come back and see us on the next recipe. I'm Craig with the Bickhams. Bye, y'all.